sharing industry amongst beauty professionals, that's all gone. All people know how to do now is a wig. Nobody can do anything, no finger waves, no updo, a wig, bow hole, and that's it. Chicago is segregated. Big segregated. And the majority of black people, not all, what word did I say? Majority? Majority of the large black populations in Chicago live on the south side, the far south side, including the south suburbs, the west side, and over east. Way over east. They know what Chicago know. You got a sprinkle of black people on the north side, but that's where the majority of black people live. So that's where the majority of the Egyptian shops are located. Egyptian man named Yahia, he started it. He opened a salon. People that were under him branched off and opened their own salons, and we ended up with a bunch of Egyptian salons doing hair in Chicago. Now, the crazy part is, and I need y'all to visualize this, in these salons, there are overwhelmingly mostly men doing hair in these salons. Okay, if you walk in there and you see 10 stylists, 9 of them are men. Old Egyptian men, young Egyptian men. And they all in there clanking Marcells. Yo, that man Marcel invented the Marcel. But the tool that he based his invention off of was created by the Egyptians. They made the first Marcel. So it'll make sense that they was in there clanking the Marcells. Anyway, these Egyptian men found a way to do your hair. I'm talking about in and out that shop in 2 hours. Shampoo sitting under the dryer. It's like a factory up in there. In and out in 2 hours. Because everybody getting the same style. It's a blowout. They specialize in the blowout. I don't care if you got natural hair, relaxed hair, 4C hair, 3A hair. Everybody coming out. I'm going to put a picture up here somewhere. Everybody coming out with this style, with this exact same hair texture. Everybody coming out with this hair texture. Everybody finished look like this. They specialize in a feather, a bone straight look, or some Shirley Temple curls. A regular, and I keep asking, what is a silk press? And nobody can give me a real answer, like and a consensus. If somebody is doing hair, a stylist, a beautician, whatever you want to call it, they using the same products that I can go in the store and get. They using the products right out the beauty supply store. Back in the day when we used to go and get our hair done, those beauticians were using products that you could only get with your license.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is, I guess you can kind of say, is part 2. I had a video not too long ago talking about black women said that they want old school hairstylists back because there has been so much that has changed these last couple of years when it comes to salon culture. Some things actually haven't always changed, like overbooking and things like that, but a lot from what I'm hearing, from what I'm looking at, is gotten a little bit more crazier with deposits and a lot of black hairstylists losing their skills because we know that lace fronts have become so popular and people weren't doing wet sets anymore or roller sets. Women weren't always getting perms as much or doing perm rods and a lot of the old school hairstyles. And there's just a lot I'm hearing. Okay, a lot I'm hearing. And this woman on the screen is something. She's amazing. She's a hairstylist and she drops a lot of gems in her videos and she discusses a lot of things. As you can see, she says, what ended black salon culture? Black salon culture. And like I had said before, look, I don't have the greatest memories from back in the day. You know, I'm sorry, I don't. Coming in and having to wait hours upon hours. I have plans to make. It's just overbooking stuff, eating food over my head. It was enough that it turned me off a lot from going to the salons, and it's still going on, but there's a lot of other stuff. A lot of black hairstylists are very gifted. We remember the shows that used to go on that was very popular to show your skills, very creative hairstyles. I mean, look, 1990s, early 2000s, and before that, the hair magazine books, that was everything. You don't even see these type of magazines anymore where stylists would literally have their photo album, or they would at least have a book where you could maybe pick a style that you wanted. A lot of the styles were different. It was a lot of diversity. I mean, look on the screen. You had your classic updos, you had your Chinese bangs, your ombre hair, the burgundy hair. I love the twists. You had 2-strand twists. You had the pigtails. I love the first hairstyle in the middle. You know, the cute little curly updo. I love that. Again, these are the type of styles that was popular, and a lot of women, some styles I didn't like and other styles I did like. But look, the makeup going on, you had the swoop hair, and you do still see some of this today with some of the hairstyles, but it's not the same like it was during the 90s. I mean, look at this. You had, I remember when they had the, oh my God, you could put the diamonds in your hair, the pearls, the little designs and everything that was on the bobby pin. Okay. And it just, you know, they had more fun doing hair back then. It was a lot more creative. And a lot of stylists, they would put, you know, pictures, professional photo shoots in the magazine with the information of where their salon was located, the phone numbers. So if you wanted to go there and get your hair done and all types of stuff. Today, I mean, there have been a lot of changes. We know the natural hair movement had happened. Again, lace fronts and everything, and those, it's fabulous if it's done correctly, everything like that. But the biggest complaint that I've seen all throughout comment sections are the prices. The prices, a lot of Black women have flocked to go into the Dominicans to do their hair because prices are cheaper. Not all Dominicans are putting the creamy crack in the conditioner and stuff like that. That's not always happening at all. But everyone has a different experience. Okay, I'm not saying it never has happened, but that's not the case all the time. But look, a lot is going on. The industry has changed, the prices, the deposits, like I said, a lot of different stuff. And that's what we're going to get into in this video from a woman who was she is a hairstylist, and she's talking about it. She is a millennial. So, you know, a lot of Black women in that video I had before are saying they want the old school stylists back. And a lot of Black women are going back to more of the old school hairstyles, and even some Black women, some Black women, increasing a number, are going back to getting perms. If you don't get a perm, you can get a keratin treatment, which is, from what I've seen, is good. A keratin treatment, or you can use the no lie perm. You have naturals who are straight naturals, where they just keep their hair flat, iron every couple of weeks to maintain their length and hair not breaking off, and it's flourishing and everything like that. Natural, straight natural is what it's called. You have Black women with the locks, the twists, fades, bobs, just a lot. We're a very diverse group of women when it comes to our hairstyles, our hair textures, our clothing, just every doggone thing. So look, her page, I want to show you real quick. I want to show you her TikTok page, the woman's videos that I'm showing, the hairstylist. So you can check her out. She has a lot of very good videos with a whole lot of knowledge and information when it comes to doing hair. Okay, so here is, yes, this is Damsel in Allure. Okay, she has 244,000 followers. Check her out on TikTok if you want to see some of her videos, you know, talking about what I'm going to show you. So, okay, let's get into it. Let's see what she's saying. What ended the black hair salon culture? Again, you don't see anything about the hair shows that used to be popular, the magazine books and everything like that. I mean, you can go on Instagram, but it's just not a lot. Some of the styles are the same, or again, it's a lot of, you know, just lace fronts and not different styles that we were used to seeing and everything. So let's see what she's saying.
Black salon culture. I ain't talking about black hairstylists. I'm talking about salon culture. Black hair salon culture. Where you go in there, your mama, she getting her hair done. Everybody in there, they spreading all the tea, getting all the gossip. Black women just being among Black women in one room, all getting our hair done. This just my opinion. I wrote down 3 things. It's my opinion. If you don't agree with it, I'm cool with that. I also want to hear y'all chime in. Okay? Number 1, the Egyptians. Yeah. And when I say that, I don't mean, let's keep it real. When we go to black hairstylists, female or male, to get our hair done, We know we're not going to no Egyptians to get creativity. We're not going to them to get creative updos and creative color and adding and trust. We was going to the Egyptians because it was in and out.
Yeah, she revealed that in Chicago, a lot of the Egyptians are doing black women's hair. And like many black women, I had never heard of this. Yes, going to the Dominicans, but I had never heard of Egyptians. And apparently in some parts of DC, in Maryland, a lot of Ethiopians or Eritreans are doing black women's hair. And in a different part of the country, a lot of Jamaicans and Belizeans are doing black women's hair. But yeah, a lot of people were in shock hearing about the Egyptians here in America doing black women's hair. Like, what?
I never waited in an Egyptian salon more than 20 minutes for a chair. Never. Not one time did I ever wait 20 minutes. In and out. It was when black women had hair salons all across, well, I'm in Chicago, all across the city, all the prices were fair. Okay, it was never the issue of the price. The prices were competitive, but they were fair. If Shanae charged $10 more than Miss Jessica, it's because you knew she did the style a little bit better. She did finger waves just a little bit better. But was you gonna wait your whole life? Yes, you came in that salon at 10 a.m. You was not leaving out till 10 p.m. The Egyptians came in and figured out a way to get everybody out in under 2 hours. I'm talking about washing, shampoo station, sitting up under that. You was out in 2 hours with hair. Now, you couldn't go in there to get multiple different hairstyles. A feather and a blowout. That was it. But we appreciated getting in and out so much that we were willing to abandon the creativity and the culture. I feel like that messed it up. Number 2, YouTube.
Hold on though. She's saying that because the Egyptians do not overbook and black women were getting their hair done in and out within 2 hours, that messed things up. Well, whose fault is it? If other groups of people are more professional and actually stop overbooking, understand that we have plans and that you have to get your hair done and get out at a timely time, whose fault is that? So she's saying that black women had abandoned the creative hairstyles going to the black salons because, look, they were tired of sitting down for hours. It doesn't make any sense. You told me to come in at 10. Why am I getting my hair done at 2? It's disgusting and it pisses me off. It's unprofessional, and that's what happened. And I stopped going to the salon. So that's their fault for that, messing that up. Black hairstylists doing that. And I'm not saying everybody does this. She's saying what went on in Chicago and that it's the Egyptians doing the hair. Now she's saying, okay, another reason that black hair salon culture is in shambles right now.
YouTube messed it up. Yeah, when YouTube exploded with beauticians, I say like around 2010-ish, and they was giving out all the game, how to do all of these different hairstyles, how to DIY, do it yourself. We felt like we need y'all no more, and I apologize to y'all for that, because we definitely still need y'all. Yeah, we tore our hair up trying to do YouTube, but nonetheless, it ruined the salon culture. It ruined us feeling like we needed to go sit in a shop for 10 hours to get our hair done, which we never needed to do that, but I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it ruined it. We felt like we could do it ourselves. They started telling us all of these products were bad for our hair, and parabens and stuff was causing this and stuff. We stopped going in the shop, because now I don't got to sit in there all day. I could save some coin, keep some money in my pocket, and low key, it looked like my hair growing, which I'm gonna leave that alone. But YouTube, it told a hole in the salon culture for black women. Number 3, and I got a personal vendetta with this one. Wigs tore our culture up, our bond, our sisterhood. It tore it up. Wigs, not sew-ins. We needed y'all for sew-ins. A cold sew-in, a stylist who could do you a cold sew-in that could last you 3 months. I'm faithful to you. I'm coming up in there every time to get my hair done. I'm on your books, and I'm tipping good. When these wigs came out, not only did it dismantle the culture, it eliminated the creativity. It gave access where access did not need to be granted. I'll let you figure that out. but it killed the creativity. Everybody got the same helmet wig on with the laid down eyelash that's supposed to be a baby hair. Everybody got the same one. Nobody could do hair no more. Whatever they was teaching in the salon, where everybody was grouped together, all those stylists sharing information, sharing tips, sharing industry amongst beauty professionals, that's all gone. All people know how to do now is a wig. Nobody can do anything, no finger waves, no updo, a wig, bow hole, and that's it.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. You're not supposed to lose your skills as a black hairstylist. Absolutely not. You can learn how to do the 360 lace fronts and all that, but you still need to know how to do black women's hair. Okay, even back in the day, look, people keep praying. Look, yes, old school stylists were more creative, but they didn't know all about no black hair care. No, they did not. So, I mean, it can depend on where you're at. Every black woman hairstylist is different. They're all different. Some are very professional and some are. Some have more knowledge on your natural hair care, your hair type, and others don't. I mean, I'm hearing all types of stuff. Even some stylists saying, "Oh, if you, I'm discriminating against what type of hairstyles or hair they're going to deal with." All these type of things are going on, baby. I read about it. I hear about it. So let's see some comments of what she was saying about what's going on in the hairstylists and the salons and everything. Okay, everybody. So I had to get off of my webcam, a little bit of a technical difficulty, but I wanted to read to you some of the comments about why has the salon culture declined, the black hair salons, okay? And a few more videos that I want to show you, something that is definitely going to surprise you. Okay, so this woman says the reason why the black hair care salon industry has failed is because of salon suites, privacy, lace front wigs took over. They're telling us to come in with our hair already washed and clean for a silk press. Okay, salon suites, the lack of hair school, no more hair magazines, no hair shows, all right? Let's see. Again, lack of customer service. I hear that a lot, and I know exactly what they are talking about. The OGs have retired and sold their salons. Now the girlies are in the suites, and with their rules in all caps all over their websites, they're overbooking, making people wait 40 hours just to get their hair washed and curled. Okay, lackluster service. Lace front wigs with baby hair culture was the final nail in the coffin. Okay, let's see. As an OG stylist, I watched this happen in real time. Number one, COVID, during the pandemic, everybody wants to be a boss. Number two, women are rarely wearing their hair. They have the lace front wigs. Number three, the tools, they're using flat irons. Bring back the Marcells. Number four, competition. Everybody think they're the best, but where I'm from, you have to earn the right to be called the best. For me, it was having to come in pre-washed and being charged for every little thing. Also, you can't relax and unwind because multiple people are coming in trying to sell you stuff at the salon, like purses and everything like that. Prices being too much, lack of healthy hair care, deposits, and the environment in the salon, aka is ghetto in the salon. All right, okay, it was a huge mistake not to embrace the natural hair movement. All the salons could do was press and flat iron my natural hair using a fine tooth comb at the top of my head. They did everything I learned not to do with my hair, and I grew my hair to waist length, and they could have guided me on the journey on how to, work with her natural hair. I would have paid for the results, but they didn't. It was a huge mistake, a huge one. Here's the thing though, a lot of black hairstylists, they didn't know what they were doing. A lot of them still don't know what they're doing. Black women have different textures. My hair is fine hair and soft fine hair, and you're putting a hard gel on my hair, making my hair break off. Then some of them are not working with 4C hair. They don't know how to work with 4C hair, and they're not doing it right. They are learning now. There's more natural hair salons out now. They have learned, but back then when it first took off, they didn't know what they were doing. They were learning right along with you. So I don't think they would have been able to really help you when they don't know what they're doing. They could have learned and made a lot of money, but some mistakes might have been made to the hair, because as she said, they were doing things you're actually not supposed to do. Okay. but learning at that time would have been great for them, a lot of them. Okay, also stylists bringing their kids and pets and eating while doing my hair. I've had this happen, eating food over my hair. They stopped using Marcel irons, natural hair. A lot of the stylists would not do 4C hair and charge crazy prices and asked us to relax our own hair, so we ended up going to YouTube. Okay, the Paul Mitchell Regency and other non-black hair schools, they were the ones who told us we weren't charging enough, so that we had too many people on the books and you needed to make 6 figures, see 5 clients a day, and only work 4 days a week. Mind you, their clients came monthly, ours came weekly. Okay, and a lot of black women, let's keep it real. I've seen white women pay $500, $400, or $800 just to get their hair dyed blonde and to get fusion weave. A lot of black women are not paying, at least back in the day, no $400 and $800 for no hair dye, color, or weave. That's one of the reasons they were overbooking too, because they're trying to get all this money, but it hurts the clients and hurts your business. Okay. For me, it was a stylist wanting to charge me $250 for a silk press, wanted me to come with my hair washed and dried with my own products. If I'm doing all of that, I can do my hair myself. And she's not lying. It makes no sense. You were supposed to have your hair washed and conditioned at the salon. Now you have to ask them, do you wash and condition hair? Also, when you pay $125 plus a tip, you expect a luxury or upscale type of service, not a rush job, rushing through the shampoo and styling that sometimes look like something that the Egyptians could do for $60 if you pay with cash. So apparently, look, Egyptians are doing black women's hair out in Chicago. I know that the Dominicans do black women's hair on the East Coast. I had never heard of Egyptians doing black women's hair. Let's get a little bit into that. What is going on with that?
You know how New York got the Dominicans? Okay, well, in Chicago, we got the Egyptians. Okay, if you wanted to go and get you a blowout, not a press and curl, a blowout. And I'm going to tell you what that is. You will go to the Egyptians. You got Minas, Yahia, Osamas. Somebody said Cleopatra's. I have forgot all about Cleopatra's. Them the Egyptians. Okay, we don't got no Dominicans. You go to the Egyptians. You know how I guess in New York they get the doobie and they pin it for you with all the pins going in the little half of you. No, you just walk out the shop and you have a blowout. It used to be $35. $35 holla. It went up to $45. 10 for a trim. You get the trim and a blowout. When I say your hair, if somebody called you like, hey damsel, and you do like this, your whole hair would just go whoo. I'm talking about number, body, and movement. If you walk out the shop, they take the cape off you, you pay George at the front. I ain't gonna, don't come in my comments talking about George, y'all. I don't want this to turn to, anyway. When you walk out the shop and that wind off 35th Street hit you, I'm talking about your hair would just be doing like this. The slightest movement, just, oh, did I drop? Oh, hell, woof. You went to the Egyptians for that, and it was $45. Not saying black stylists couldn't do hair. They could do hair, but it was a different bounce. It was a different. See, the Egyptians they didn't use no oil. Wasn't no oil in your hair. Just Aveda. They get the thing of Aveda, swoop, and rub it, and then just do like that. That was all the product. That was all the product. No spritz, no, like, even if you asked for it, they barely wanted to give it to you. Because it would take away from the, you understand? But see what they was doing and what they still do. That's why I'm confusion. Because why do you need a silkening agent to do my hair? This is the silkening agent. This is the silkening agent. 4C hair. And I'm going to tell you something. The natural movement, the natural hair movement with black women been going strong for almost 20 years now. So not everybody was getting a relaxer. And that's why they got to charge so much, because people don't get a relaxer. We weren't getting no relaxer either. And George and them, I get that they was blowing our hair. Now, with the Egyptians, was they burning your hair? Some of them, if you got the right one, I had the right one. But man, he went back to Egypt. And I was so sad. And I couldn't get my hair done. I ain't got my hair done since. I don't play about my hair. He wasn't burning my hair, okay? But they would get them little tiny Marcels, go around your whole perimeter, then go through and hit it with the curlers. So everything was silked out. I'm talking about every strand. They was grabbing that. Not that big, the small one. $45 at the Egyptian. So who was doing y'all hair? That's what I want to know. And I want to know why do you need a silkening agent if George was able to do my natural hair, okay? Natural hair for $45. And it will last 2 weeks.
Okay, so she mentioned one of the salons is called Mina's, and that came up a lot. Again, I did not know that Egyptians were doing black women's hair, and some people were surprised by it, but Egypt is in Africa, and a lot of Arabs, even though some of them say they're not Arab, a lot of them have similar hair. A number of them, or black women, similar hair to them. Okay, and some of them, they know what they're doing. So this is one of the pictures that I saw. Okay, they would flip the hair. Okay, give you, it's nice, it's feathered, the feathered look. I don't know, I thought of Farrah Fawcett, the feathered look at the tips of the hair. Okay, she says they don't use oil. They're not putting a bunch of oil in your hair. That was one picture that I saw from Mina's. They also said that it stays open like 24 hours. Mina's again. Okay, so I just wanted to show a picture of this is how black women's hair was coming out there using the Marcells, and I guess they're still using it. But yeah, Egyptians are doing the hair out there in Chicago, baby. You learned something new.
Remember I was telling y'all that Egyptians do hair in Chicago. They do black hair. Well, apparently, a lot of y'all ain't know that. And I done confused the whole internet. That was not my intention. I'm real Chicago, so sometimes I'll be putting it in there and it be too much. I'm going to try and clear it up so y'all can know. So yes, Egyptians do hair in Chicago. And I ain't talking about no 1 or 2 shops. It is a staple in black Chicago hair care, the hair care industry for black people. Now, first, let me lead with this. Chicago is segregated. Big segregated. And the majority of black people, not all, what word did I say? Majority? Majority of the large black populations in Chicago live on the south side, the far south side, including the south suburbs, the west side, and over east. Way over east. They know what Chicago know. You got a sprinkle of black people on the north side, but that's where the majority of black people live. So that's where the majority of the Egyptian shops are located. The south side, the far south side, and the south suburbs. Some on the west side, and a few over east. It's some, it ain't that many over east. Anyway, I'm going to the history, but not too much. It was an Egyptian man named Yahia. He started it. He opened a salon. People that were under him branched off and opened their own salons, and we ended up with a bunch of Egyptian salons doing hair in Chicago. Now, the crazy part is, and I need y'all to visualize this, in these salons, there are overwhelmingly mostly men doing hair in these salons. Okay, if you walk in there and you see 10 stylists, 9 of them are men. Old Egyptian men, young Egyptian men. And they all in there clanking Marcells. Y'all saying they using flat irons now. I ain't see that. Well, I went in Mina's not too long ago. I had to go in there and pee. It was still in there clanking them Marcells. All of them. Clink, 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 clink. Now, I told y'all in a previous video that man, Marcel, invented the Marcel. But the tool that he based his invention off of was created by the Egyptians. They made the first Marcel. So it'll make sense that they was in there clanking the Marcells. Anyway, the reason why these salons grew in popularity, we all know this ain't no shade. This is a fact. It's an undisputed fact. We all know it's no shade that when you go get your hair done in a black salon, back in the day, you was finna be in there for a long time. Several hours. These Egyptian men found a way to do your hair. I'm talking about in and out that shop in 2 hours. Shampoo sitting under the dryer. It's like a factory up in there. Okay, everybody coming out with 2 hours. You're not waiting for a chair longer than 15 minutes. In and out of 2 hours, because everybody getting the same style. It's a blowout. They specialize in the blowout. I don't care if you got natural hair, relaxed hair, 4C hair, 3A hair. Everybody coming out. I'm gonna put a picture up here somewhere. Everybody coming out with this style, with this exact same hair texture. Everybody coming out with this hair texture. Everybody finished look like this. They specialize in a feather, a bone straight look, or some Shirley Temple curls. Everybody getting that 2 hours. They do coloring, they do cutting, but don't nobody go to them to if you want. They not doing no updos. They not doing no finger waves in there. You not finna get no bob with a blind money piece. None. That's not what's happening in there. Everybody is getting this hairstyle. You come in, you might wait in the area. If it's a chair open, if you got a special person that do your hair, you gonna come in there. You gonna get a smock from the back. You get a little jacket, a little smock out the back, hang your coat up. You might sit in the waiting area for 10 to 15 minutes. You might go straight to the shampoo bowl. You get your hair washed. Somebody gonna blow dry your hair. It might be the person doing your hair. It might not. Once that blow dry done, or if you gotta sit in the dry, you gonna wait. They gonna curl your hair. You out the door. So yes, Egyptians do hair in Chicago, similar to the Dominicans doing hair in New York on the East Coast. I done heard y'all say a bunch of ethnicities in your different cities that specialize in doing black hair. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the whole tea, the good and the bad. Do they burn your hair out? Let me say it like this. They are known for burning hair. Okay? Just rumors, I can't confirm. I ain't never worked in none of these shops that they take out the thing inside the blow dryer that regulates the temperature so that it can get super hot and it will scorch your hair. I can tell you my experience. The person who did my hair for 10 years in Minas, one of the Egyptian salons, I'm going to insert some pictures. Baby, my hair was laid. Do you understand me? That man was so kind to me, so nice to me. Every single time I came in there, he insisted on serving me tea. Even when I was pregnant, he would make sure my feet were put up. Shout out to Fatty. He made sure that I was good. If I came in there and I got in that shampoo bowl, once I was done with the shampoo, whoever he was servicing, he made them get up. I don't know why. I ain't asked him to do that. I didn't want him to do that. He would tap them, tell them to go sit in the waiting area, and he would service me. My hair was never burned. Look at my hair. Never burned. Not one time. And my blowout lasted not 2 weeks, but 3 weeks. He grew my hair so well, my hair was luxurious and gorgeous. No scorching of my hair, lasted 3 weeks. The man, I went on maternity leave. I came back to get my hair done, and he moved to Egypt. And I ain't had my hair done since. True story. I ain't had nobody in my hair. He was so cold on my hair. Now, you walk in that, if you get the wrong person, because a bunch of y'all, think I'm gonna go to Chicago and find. If you get the wrong person, they're gonna burn your hair worse than a piece of turkey bacon. Don't run up here in them Egyptian salons trying to get your hair. You gotta find the right person, because they will burn your hair. It was some rumors of them slipping relaxer and conditioner. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't experience it, but that don't mean that somebody else did. Can you relax wet hair at a shampoo bowl? You got to ask a licensed cosmetologist. I don't know. I can't speak on that. But people said that their hair never reverted back after they got their hair done at the Egyptians. And I believe that. Because somebody, George, I ain't going to say no names. He did my hair one time after Fatty left. Because I really needed my hair done. I was desperate. The man left me after 10 years. And yes, my hair was burned. And I was peed off because I had never experienced that in them salons. And I had a Egyptian woman. I told you it'd be one. She before Fatty started doing my hair. Oh, I can't even talk about that. She messed my hair up, and I was ready to tee up with that lady, but God is good, I didn't. So just like any other salon, it depends on the stylist. It depends on who you get. But if you get the right one, you leaving out with that hairstyle. You got 4C hair, you ending up with that. You got 3A hair, you ending up with that. Everybody come out with that, and yes, Egyptians do hair in Chicago.
Okay, so I found out, and many of you, that Egyptians do black women's hair out in Chicago. And again, she says it depends on the stylist that you go to. You know, I've gone to a Dominican salon and my hair turned out very nice. And I've heard other stories, you know, allegedly relaxers and the thing. That wasn't my experience, but this was amazing. Okay, so she says that she hadn't gone back because her stylist had went to Egypt, but no matter what hair texture you have, they specialize in doing a blowout. And people are like, well, what's the difference between a silk press and a blowout? It's the same thing. A blowout was like $30 or $40. Now they want to charge $200 just to do a silk press. And some of them are actually telling these women to wash their own hair and stuff. This is crazy to me. So I was just looking through through the comments and I saw this. In Maryland, we have the Eritreans, like the Ethiopians and stuff, the East Africans. In Maryland, the Eritreans. The Egyptians are in Hyde Park. Okay, Minna's is coming up a lot. I heard that in some parts of California or somewhere, the Belizeans are doing a lot of black women's hair, and a lot of them are black. Okay, so I'm from New York City, and my Egyptian friends also went to the Dominicans with me. The wash, the set, and the doobie was just $20. I've never heard of an Egyptian doing hair in Chicago. Okay, so that's her having her hair done. Okay, let's see. Here in the UAE, the Arab, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai and everything, if you have coarser hair, find a Moroccan to do your hair. Let's see. I went to Minna's and I thought they were Dominican, but they're not. Okay, so let's see a little bit more of what's going on. Okay, what else? What other tea is she giving us?
A silk press looks like a regular wash and blowout. I'm not trying to be like the auntie that's just like, oh, but back in my day, there was no such thing as a silk press, okay? Everybody just went to the shop and got their hair washed and blow dried, trimmed, and pressed, blown out. That was it. It wasn't no special process. That's what that looked like. When everybody keeps saying, oh, I'm going to get a silk press, and they charging like $100 to $200 for this silk press. It looked like y'all going to get a wash and blow. A $45 wash and blow. $10 for the extra if you need to trim. If you got to get a relaxer, we know that's coming. It's gonna be. But it looked like a regular. And I keep asking, what is a silk press? And nobody can give me a real answer, like and a consensus, like across the board. Oh, this is what a silk press is. No, nothing. Nobody has told me nothing. And every time they do, it sounds like you got to wash and blow. A $45, you got a $45 holler. Chicago, it looked like a $45 Mina's wash and blow. And then y'all using these for it. That's the part that keeps sending me. I can't, and I see the girlies finally coming out and saying my silk press don't last. It's not lasting. Cause they use these. How you charging somebody $200? Oh, it's a silk press. And not involved. Where's the clank? Ain't no clank for $200. And then it don't even last. And watch, it's gonna be a bunch of people talking my silk press lasts. I love that for you. I want it to last, but it's a lot of girls coming out now like, you know what? Actually, no. My silk press don't last. Cause what the hell is a silk press? Excuse my French. I'm sorry for cursing. What is a silk press? I feel like somebody made that up.
Yeah, because a lot of them are not doing anything. Wash your hair, condition your hair, put a heat protectant on it, and flat iron it. I can do that at my house. I mean, I have heard some people say there are different techniques, but from what I've seen online, it's nothing special. She said that's a $45 blowout style, and you're not even using a Marcel. And it might last for other women depending on the hair texture. Some women get their hair flat iron, and their hair reverts within like a few days. So I don't know, baby. But she's like, what is this? Y'all are charging $200 just to use a flat iron on somebody's hair. And look, I've seen the videos of the Marcels or something that looks similar to a Marcel, the iron Marcels, and the hair is just laid. So she's like, what on earth is going on? So I looked at some of these comments. Okay, so this woman said a press and curl used to be $45 every week that I went to get my hair done. You had a doobie and a press and curl. You're not lying. It's just extra money. These young kids want to rename stuff and call it bougie. Even the Dominicans have a stove. Okay, back in my day, it was a press and curl. We used to pay $15 to $20 for a wash and set in Brooklyn. A silk press ain't nothing but a blow dry and flat iron set. The silk press, if done properly, is a process similar to a hot oil treatment. They just put a little serum on the hair and call it a silk press. I don't know, but I think I'm not paying $200 for this. You must be out your mind. I've literally seen black women doing this at their home with the same results. Okay, now I understand you want to sit in the salon. It is a nice experience. Wash my hair, condition it, but I expect it to look really good and I expect it to last. Okay, and the Dominicans charge way less. The Dominicans do an excellent job and they pay less. I'm telling you, once other groups start doing black women's hair, and some of them are, and they charge a cheaper price, y'all are going to be out of business. And I hate to say that, but the women are complaining about the lack of customer service, the salon being ghetto, eating over their hair, you're overbooking. It's a lot of issues going into that. Y'all got to get it together and get it together now. And I'm not saying this is the case for everybody, okay? A silk press, if I'm not mistaken, includes some sort of silk infusion serum. Then they wrap the hair at the end and hit it with a cool shot. Basically, it's a flat iron with a new name with 2 extra steps. No steam treatments, no titanium irons, no Opalex treatment, no Paul Mitchell serum. We had relaxers back then too. It's not like we were wearing the natural hair and all of that. Okay, it's always confused me, the term silk press. I called it getting a flat iron style. It was a press and curl. I was under the impression it's for unrelaxed hair, but the silk treatment helps it look like your hair is relaxed. No, from what I've seen, whether your hair is relaxed or not, it's just like doing a flat iron. So yes, the end results are the same because that's the point. When I would just blow dry and straighten my natural hair, it didn't come out the same like when I had a relaxer. Okay, I mean, it depends on your hair texture too. If your hair is going to look different depending on your hair texture. That's the most I can tell you. You know, some women, it'll look different. It just will. Okay, wash and press period. Nothing special. A silk press back in the day had a keratin product that was expensive, and products applied to the hair when it was wet and when it was dry. The keratin products kept the hair straight under humidity. That's why it was $120 plus. Today's silk press has none of this. Y'all, a silk press to me is a blowout on natural hair without the heavy oils that permitted from movement. So let's see what else she is saying, because again, she's just dropping a lot of knowledge when it comes to the black hair salons. Let's see.
Remember when you used to go to the salon and the beautician would use licensed products in your hair? What happened? Why they not doing that no more? Every time I see a video pop up on my feed and somebody is doing hair, a stylist, a beautician, whatever you want to call it, they using the same products that I can go in the store and get. They using the products right out the beauty supply store. Back in the day when we used to go and get our hair done, those beauticians were using products that you could only get with your license. I was going to the shop because they was doing stuff that I couldn't do at home. I was paying not just for their skill, but for their knowledge. Like, they were mixing products together that if I tried to do it at home, it would fry my hair. It would cause a chemical reaction. I ain't know nothing about no chemicals, so I'm gonna go to the stylist and get it done. That's why my hair turned out the way it turned out, because she knew what she was doing and she was using products I couldn't get my hands on. Matter of fact, one time I went to the shop. No, this one time. I had a stylist, old school stylist back in the day. First of all, when you went to a shampoo bowl, all them products she was using, they was in white bottles, no labels. Like, you ain't even know what it was. You ain't have a clue what it could have been. All you knew is it smelled good. It smelled so good. She was using this product in my hair. I can't remember what it was, if it was shampoo or pomade, conditioner, I don't know. But it smelled so good, and I could never achieve at home what she was able to achieve in the shop. So I decided, I'm finna find out what she using. I'm gonna go find out what she putting in my hair. I went to every beauty supply store I could. All I could remember was how it smelled. And I was in the beauty supply store sniffing I'm talking about twisting the caps off everything in there and just sniffing and couldn't find nothing. It wasn't until I was looking for me a denim brush and I went to, if you're in Chicago, you know what I'm talking about, Jordan's Beauty Supply Store on 79th, which was connected to the beauty college. I went in there, I twisted some of them product tops off, and I smelled. I said, this the one. This what she be using in my hair. I'm finna buy it. First of all, it was an astronomical price because them licensed products cost their money. which is why they was charging us to do our hair, because they had to cover the cost of them products. Those products that they use, you paid for that. You wanted a deep conditioning. It was a licensed product. So anyway, I found the product. Bet I'm finna buy this. I'm finna use it at the crib. No. When I put that product up there on the counter, the lady from Jordan said, "You have your license with you?" Was people doing no calls, no shows? Was they chill hopping? Was it YouTube? All the girlies started doing the YouTube stuff? Like, what made y'all just say we done, we up and leaving, and y'all left us all behind? Now, only thing we can get is an appointment with somebody, and they only thing they know how to do is lay a wig. That's all they could do is put down the frontal. They can't even do the braids that go up under the wig. They got to get somebody else to do the braids, and then they just lay the frontal, and they put that laid down. The laid down. I want y'all to come back. We need y'all to come back and do our hair. I don't know where all y'all went. I don't know if y'all on strike. Maybe are y'all on strike? Are they on strike? Why y'all all leave? Who's supposed to do our hair? They can't cut no hair. They can't color no hair. They can't give you a proper trim. I watch these videos and they just go around the bottom and just cut it. They not sectioning no hair off. Only color they know how to do is the 613. I'm not trying to throw no shade. I'm just saying I want my hair done real bad. I'll show up for my appointment. I would. If you want me to do a book and say, fine, I'll do that. You got to put down a $500 deposit now to get your hair done. They don't even wash it. They don't wash the hair. I thought that was against the state board. I thought you had to wash the hair. They don't even wash it. You have to come wash now. We sorry. Which one of y'all was doing the no calls and no shows? Just don't let them come back. But the rest of us, we grown now. We got money now. We really like to get our hair done.
Okay, so she said, where are the stylists? Where did they go? A woman said you can start with YouTube and you can end it with the natural hair movement. A lot of people wanting to negotiate your prices and tell you your worth. That's why I'm slowly changing my chair to cut men's hair, only faster with more money and more relaxing work and little hassle. A lot of hairstylists in the late 2000s and 2010s dropped the ball when women wanted to embrace their natural hair texture. Instead of meeting up with the new demand, many stylists made texturous comments and the consumers were forced to help themselves out. Okay, they got basements now and set up downstairs, then got my hair done in so many basements. They all bought houses and got out of them apartments. Okay, my great aunt was one of them. She's 85 now and no longer does her own hair or anyone else's. It was a side hustle she had in the 60s and 70s and early 80s, but she had the neighborhood together. It was a time. I know we aren't in the same location, but I saw a mobile beautician advertising in my area on Instagram, and I thought that was a great idea, becoming a mobile beautician. I'm so thankful for the stylist who came in my home to cut and perm my grandma's hair. The problem happened when we wanted to start going natural. A lot of beauticians didn't know how to work with natural hair. So that started for us to learn how to take care of our own hair, which led to the YouTube University hairstylists who learned how to do wigs. We're still out here, sis, but many of the clients just don't seem to be interested in healthy hair care anymore. My mom is old school, no deposit. 3 clients a day, everything included, new clients, 1 hour consultation in person. All her clients have hair down their back and she feeds them. We never miss an appointment. The texturism amongst a lot of stylists is a problem. I've been on Style Seat on several occasions and the only natural hairstyles I don't know, they only offer silk presses. Let's see. We stopped getting perms and the major stylists refused to transition professionally to natural hair. They couldn't keep up and the YNs took over. I left because the same client that would pay someone $250 for a weave would haggle me about a $45 roller set, and then they became too entitled. Me and my homeboy from Michigan, and we want to be versatile with a lot of old school and new school stuff. We're learning how to use the Marcells, and we're still in training in beauty school. We do exist. We look up to the best hairstylists and hair show winners from the 90s. Okay, let's see. The few that left have their clientele already, so they'll be booked and busy. I keep a ponytail because I'm not giving anybody a deposit to shampoo my own hair. I need a straight press and curl and a style. Where's my old school beauticians? It's sad times that we are living in. The industry has taken a major hit for various reasons. However, I'm still here specializing in real healthy hair care, precision cuts, silk presses, natural hairstyles with no deposit. I'm located in Central Florida. The new generation aren't finishing beauty schools and stuff. They're learning what to do, and they're learning enough to do what they want and skipping the business management classes. Customers have been the same across generations. For every flake customer, there's a loyal one. Because no one has their license, quality products cannot be purchased and used to grow healthy hair. It's a snowball. The OG stylists are going to tell us that we need a relaxer and cut inches off our hair and call it a trim. So now, okay, that's all for the comments, and I'm going to leave with 3 more videos from this woman giving us all the knowledge again, okay? Again, you can check out, I will put her TikTok as the first comment so you can go to her page.
Would you believe me if I told you that I curl my hair with brown paper bags? You wouldn't, and I wouldn't blame you, because I wouldn't have believed it either if my mama didn't do this to my hair every Easter. It worked. The old school always worked, and I'm going to teach you how to get these luxurious curls that ain't gonna never come out until I wash my hair. Hold on. So it's several ways of doing this. You can do this on wet hair, add some LAWD body. If you do it on wet hair, it's gonna take longer because the drying time will be long. You do it on dry hair, it really depends on the texture that you want of your curls. Me, I'm natural. If I do it on just straight blow dry hair, I will get a different texture versus me doing it on pressed hair. I like the way it looks with pressed hair, so that's how we gonna do this. Heat protected. Okay, once your hair is pressed out, you're going to take your paper bag and you're going to tear it into strips. I'm going to twist it and roll it. This is your flexi rod. Now, you can make your sections as big or as small as you want to. Just know that the smaller the section, the more defined the curl is going to be. So I'm going to take a section about that big. All you do is take your paper bag and roll your hair just like you would a flexi rod. Take it, cross it, put it in a knot. Just like that. You can do this with newspaper. You can do this with paper bags. You could even do this with paper towels. My mama got a little bougie. She do hers with paper towels, but I will say that she been using the same exact paper towels for like at least the last 10 years. These are reusable. Put your bonnet on. Go to sleep, because these need to bake for at least 8 hours. Okay, so I put them in at 4 in the morning. It's 2:13, so they've been in like 10 hours. We're going to take them down. You see, come on, curl. This is what I want you to understand about this curl. This curl not coming out. You understand? It's in here. You have to wash these curls out. Heatless curls. Ooh, curls. Beautiful, silky curls. Get gorgeous. Now, I always like to unroll it a little bit and then pinch it and untwirl it. Ooh. Tenderness. Old school always work. No product. Ain't nothing in my hair but heat protect. And these curls gonna stay all day. You see how gorgeous and shiny and beautiful these curls are? I be trying to tell y'all, ooh, the old school work. Don't break it and then come back and try and pride yourself on fixing something that was never broken. Look, who didn't go to a salon? It's giving salon curls from brown paper bags. And they free. And they reusable. The old school always works.
Okay, so that is it for this video. This is not meant to be a negative video, but I hope that the hairstylists are watching this because it's time to do better. It's time to do better. No more overbooking. Learn the old school methods. Learn how to use the Marcells. Learn how to do proper hair care. Learn how to work with different textures. Have good marketing, good customer service. I think that social media helps a lot of stylists. There's nothing wrong with that to show your work. Get a book too and take pictures if your clients will let you so they can look at different styles. Master your craft. Learn how to trim properly. Everything, baby. You have to learn all the skills that you can and be the best stylist that you can be. And wash and condition your clients' hair. Go to school and learn everything and get your license so you can use professional products and everything. Okay, not everybody wants to have a lace front all the time. You need to learn how to do black women's hair. You need to learn how to work with different hair textures that black women have. Education, 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 and learn and do better, okay? Because it is competitive out here and you don't want to lose your clients. And again, you don't have the hair shows, you don't have the hair magazines no more. It should not be regressing. It's 2026. It's supposed to be getting better and better and better. Okay, listen to the clients. Stop using certain hair gels and things that break off some of your clients' hair that might work on somebody else's hair. Okay, so that is it for this video. I really like these videos. Learning how to do curls with a brown paper bag is amazing, or with aluminum foil, I heard, or paper towels, okay? All right, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be talking to you all later. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of you are stylists, or your mother or your family members. What do you think needs to be improved ASAP, not next year and everything, as soon as possible? And for things to get better, because the industry is competitive. And like I said, I can already predict, look, there are going to be more groups who are not Black American who are going to be competing with cheaper prices, better quality, faster. She said the Egyptians get you in and out within 2 hours. You get your hair blow dried and washed and curled, and it looks really good. And ain't nobody got time to be waiting 5 hours and everything. So look, this is very serious. This is your reputation. This is your money. Black American women want to support Black American women hairstylists. But if all this craziness is going on, what do you think is going to happen? This is 2026 again. You're supposed to progress, not regress. And you need to get a strong hold on the industry again, because this can't happen. All right. And it is very serious. I want to know, what do you all think? Again, her TikTok will be linked as the first comment so you can check out her other videos. Okay. Thank you all so much. Hit the bell for all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. You all take care.